2, 1. Hi, everybody. Yeah, it's just audio right now. I'm Beyond the Spectrum. I am a supernatural paranormal channel. I just wanted to jump on and, I don't know, I guess talk about how people don't see. And this isn't like, honestly, it is what it is, but like, so I was just watching somebody, and I'm, in the comment section, which I try to stay out of comment sections, but um, one person put that somebody on TikTok was saying there's a big dragon gonna rise out of the water, and this person was like, it is all frequency, no matter how you slice it. You're talking about supernatural, paranormal, you're talking about energy, it's still all frequency. It's a battle of frequencies. So how is that that's not such a stretch? Like we live on a carcass. We do. We live on a carcass. We live in a graveyard. And the stuff that we're showing, and that's why I personally post the levels of things that I personally post with my images to show others, like, hey, this is what's going on right in front of your eyes. Wake up or don't. Because it's that psychic shift. It's that, it's a holy war happening, and it is. It's the upper heavens and this world. And this world is fighting off of what's coming through. The magnetosphere is going to go down. And it is for 10 days. It's serious. We're having X-class flares that affects us, which is revealing the levels of, like, entities, ships that are here. I mean, so many people, we're just filming way too much, and it still, like, staggers me that people are, like, saying, I don't know what they're talking about. And it's just like, wow, okay, maybe they're not meant to know what we're talking about. I've come to that solution, too, that they just, maybe there's only so much, many of us that see. Eventually all will see, and then those who just, whether you like to poke fun of us or not, you'll be this standing there with drool out of your mouth going, and we'll be like, see, we were trying to show you, that this is what's happening. Our camera isn't making it up. It's not pareidolia. The camera is capturing levels of these entities behind the veil that's blue. It's all been written in scripture. And this isn't about religion by any stretch for me. It's the Book of Enoch, tells you about the carousel that goes around us, and it's a dome. We are somehow in the ruins, or we're seeing the ruins of what happened before, that we end up coming back here. The mud floods, go watch Mud Fossil University if you're not understanding. But, like, man, don't put people down. Don't put people down who are trying to show you, or who are just doing it. We're here to document this for a higher calling, for a divine reason. Even if you don't understand. And I find it interesting because this is someone that monitors the solar flares and the weather, and clearly it is all frequency, and it's a battle of frequencies. But these frequencies are also energies of dragons. Like, I have so many pictures of dragons. It's ridiculous. And they're dragons. It's not like something that looks like a dragon. I even show on the land. I also post Mud Fossil University, who has shown and proven biologically that we're on a dragon. And like the ridge in China. The ridge in China is a spinal column of a dragon, or something just as large as a dragon. So it's really not much of a stretch. And even Revelation speaks of what? The red dragon. So not understanding, I just don't get it. So Mark had just posted, it is weird, because we're like legit showing everybody, who wants to see, who will. And some don't give a shit, and that's fine. You don't have to care. At some point you will, because it's going to be so in your face, it's going to be so undeniable, and it's changing this place. We will have darkness, and we will, like that. And it goes right into, like, the worldly things, the election, the political ring. It's not as 3D as many believe or think it is. It's actually a hierarchy of a higher level brought into a world to make you think it's just all 3D. I mean, if anyone really thought Biden was fit, and this isn't like, again, I don't care about politics, but if anyone thought that dude was actually fit to run anything but maybe a bingo game, you know, that's very like concerning for America. We are not America anymore. We were bought. We are a corporation. Um, and we have Russia sitting there waiting. Babylon has fallen. We are still in Egypt. We never left Egypt. It's just a shift in frequency, mud flood, call it whatever you want. It's just a shift in frequency. So I just wanted to come on and like talk about that a little bit. Hi, person I've never seen. How you doing? And it's interesting because it shows that you commented. I love YouTube, and then it doesn't show in, like no views because YouTube just loves to mess with my channel. And that's telling. I'm so heavily shadow banned. You know why? Because I show the truth. I show things that are there and that they don't want you to see or whatever. And it is all paranormal and it is connected to the supernatural. You know, all these books tell us it's supernatural. It's energy. It's frequency. You have the blue star Kachina. You have the red star Kachina. The red star Kachina, I'm going to go with is the red dragon. I posted this gentleman, Ryan, who captured amazing footage the other night of the red dragon, which I feel is it's the red man. And you know the ancient prophecies talk about the return of the red man. Some believe it's Lucifer. Or, you know it's the red man. It's the red dragon. You have the seraphim here. You have seraphim. You have cherubim here. You have chariots here. And it's still like, you know, people are just like, I don't know, this person saying that this anomaly in the water is a dragon. Well, we honestly, you know, yet we don't know what it is. It's clearly frequency, you know, it's all frequency. It's energy. And we're going to find out what kind of energy that anomaly is because it's creating a lot of storms. Like, I mean, I've been here a few decades and never in my life have I seen a level of storms like we're having. It's like one after the other after the other. And I've even shown these tornadoes. I show this stuff. It's just who I am. It's what I do. I show you so clearly. These are beings battling. To us in the 3D, because we're in such a dense frequency, it looks like a storm. It looks like what they call a tornado. But then when you slow it down and you start really looking at it, you can see entities in there and they're battling, and it's really big. Things are coming through this stuff. Other energies are coming through here to help change this or do whatever's going to go on, honestly, with Gaia, because remember we are, you know, we're supposed to be on Gaia anyway, and she's a dragon. You know, we're on a carcass. We live in a graveyard. The whole place is a graveyard. So yeah, it's just interesting to me that's how, I guess some just don't see it, and maybe they don't want to. I don't know. You know, that's on them. But you know, I stand with those who see and show what's going on, and I'll defend it to the ground because it's what's happening. You know, it's a supernatural battle, and it is. It's an energetic. And when you're dealing with the paranormal, you use energy to measure the level of paranormal activity. People who, those who watch the weather and stuff like that, that's what they're really doing. They're measuring the supernatural paranormal levels of energy that's happening, that to us it creates rain, wind, storms, but it's even bigger, you know, and I enjoy showing those who want to see because I find it amazing. And there are many of us who've always just paid attention to the sky, always. Like we all knew to pay attention to that, you know, for a reason that we just don't remember, and now we're being shown. And not everyone, I guess, is going to understand that, and that's fine. But here's the thing: don't put the rest of us down who are trying to show you. Everyone has a right to their own opinion, clearly. But like I think it's just so evident. And then you have those out there that are trying to convince the world it's planets. Planets going over, and it is going right through us. These things roll right through us. It's plasma. It's rolling right through us, um, and I don't think it's planets. To me, I know it's not, and I even show that. Like this particular person that has these little drawings. They put this drawing template over images, and I'm not here to impugn anybody or insult anybody. I'm just speaking fact and truth. They put this piece of paper over like a piece of, like, someone takes a picture of the sky and says, well, that's what that is. And I've seen it so differently. I've actually shown, like, no, that's not really what it is. No, not really. And we have big dragons. We have a huge Ouroboros that goes around the fake sunlight. That's a whole system up there of equipment. It isn't our real sun anymore, you know? And that's why there's so many storms. Part of it, anyway. So, you know, I jumped on here because, Mark, I hope you see this. Thank you for your comment. I'm just, you know, again, I stand with those who are filming and showing the levels of the paranormal and supernatural that are happening here, that are creating the storms. It even says in ancient mythology that is not a myth. How do Titans enter the earth? They come through tornadoes. They create tornadoes. They come through tornadoes. But yet, you know, you can jump in your car and believe and have faith that your car will get you from A to B and back to A again. But, you know, that's not talking about this level is like just such a stretch. So, just wanted to pop on real quick, Mark Deluxe. It's excellent footage that you carried. Maybe I'll just show some stuff real quick. To help others see. Okay, like this is great footage here too that I took some screenshots. I'll do it this way. From Jason Olet. Do this. You know, these are solid features. First pit bull in New York City. Rock on. Hold on, yeah. Big turtle. Let's see. Alright, I got some footage here that I did do some screenshots. I mean, you can see, and no, I don't think that's a planet at all. Not sure exactly. I think these are more chariots. I think these are a lot of ancient Sumerians that are here, descending to Earth. Like that's, you know, that's pretty incredible. I mean, that looks like some kind of bracelet in here. It looks like part of an arm. This young man or gentleman captures some great footage in Virginia. What else did I want to show you? There's another screenshot of it. You know, that's a solid piece of what I wish I knew exactly what it is. I really do, but it's not a cloud, and it's definitely in the sky. And it's not just frequency. I mean, frequency outlines it. It shows and reveals it. This looks very much feline. I'm just getting feline vibration from that. Huge lobster. A lot of sea life is going to start coming to shore that we haven't seen before or we have seen before because the waters are changing. That huge anomaly is going to push these fish and mammals like to the shores because it's big, whatever it is. And there's different layers clearly in the ocean that we don't even know about. You know, you think they're going to tell us this stuff? Let me see. I want to just see what else. Oh, okay. This is The Simpsons, you know, because how they predict everything. Hi, Most High Son. I love you back. I do. Those who use an air fryer, you have to be really careful. Again, entertainment only. You choose. Use your own discernment. But there was a lot of just so you can read that for yourself. It's this lady has an autistic child, and it affected anybody, doesn't matter whether you have autism or not, but it affected her child, and she started researching, and this is what came out about that. Hold on a second, sorry. I want to just pull up some images. This is a storm. There's something sitting right there in the sky. It's a ship. There's a lot of ships in the sky. That's a profile right here. And that's supposed to be a funnel for a tornado. I found this interesting. This looks almost like a camera. That thing is huge. That's, it's not a cloud. That's a face in there. We have 2 light sources. Actually, maybe 3. We got 1, 2 here at least. And you can see, I'm doing it on my stove. You can see the outline of an entity's, head. And you can see the entity in here as well. I find it interesting how people still just don't see. And, maybe they're just not meant to see. But just don't put the rest of us down who are showing you. Light source here. Light source over here. I just took, a bunch of different screenshots of it. You can see the face in here. An entity right there. These are arms right here. That's a body. That's a head. That's a leg right there. Zoom out. Light source here. Light source here. Light source here. Always check the reflection of the water as well. I was getting a lot of like horns. I was getting the vibration of like horns, like Gabriel's horn with this. This looks like honestly a big freaking ship to me. It's huge. This is in the Northeast. We're definitely going to feel it here. Excuse me. It's just a matter of when. May God keep us protected always, right? All of us. Texas, again, hit. There's an entity here. I even gave it so you could see, for those who struggle to see. I try to make it as basic and simple as possible, but keeping the integrity of the image for those to see, who want to see, that you live in a very supernatural world where there's a lot of battle of energy, a battle of frequency going on. And we're in the crossfire of it, left blinded. We have to research everything because, and again, I don't think a lot of people do that. Those who I know watch my channel, you're at that level of you do the research because it calls to your soul. It's definitely a soul thing. It definitely is. It calls to your soul. You stop doing more research, which brings you to more questions and more research, but seek the truth and you shall find me. And much of it will be disturbing. And the lies that are coming out and being revealed, I'm just waiting for the Vatican, because some people almost need that level. And I get that, I do. But the Vatican, they got a lot of secrets. Lots and lots and lots of secrets. And it's going to be very disturbing when all that comes about, But back to basics, we're in a graveyard. We are. Remember, Earth got flooded. Go back to the basics. Earth was flooded, so it's hiding. Either we were somehow moved someplace else, which I still believe in that, I do. And a lot of her stuff is hidden under the waters. And I got 2 things. I do read up on Ascension, but thank you. And thank you for anyone else who doesn't know about that, read up on Ascension. That's a ship right there. Some of us are, and then this was wicked cool. So I was watching this come out. I'm like watching this. This is an observation deck, okay? And I'm watching this thing, all these clouds, move, and I'm like, oh my God, look at this dragon, right here, right at the railing, right here with all these people who are taking pictures. That's a ship, and it will look like rock as well because of the density that we're in. And it's just, I don't know, I think it's cool, and I'm so grateful to see. And I am. I couldn't imagine, no, I wouldn't want to not see. And then a lot of us ask ourselves, like, okay, what next? Like, okay, it's like you see these levels, and then you go back into our 3D life, and it's like, what do we do with that? It's that walking between realms. It's interesting. See, and this is what it looked like originally. Most people just think, oh, that's just some kind of weird cloud, and it's not. It's a ship sitting there watching people on the observation deck. That's a face in there. My camera can't make it up. You know what I'm saying? So, let me go back to some things I didn't edit. I just screenshotted real quick. Let me see. Yeah, let me edit. Super quick here. This is from New Hampshire. I didn't do any edits on this yet, but you can see it. It's in here, and unbeknownst to so many people, wouldn't even see that. It's plasma, it's ectoplasma, it's frequency, it's matter. They're using the matter in our world to take on form, which is creating storms. I mean, you can see the faces, even though this is a ship, you can see the faces in there and the entities over here as well. There's another little ship in here, right there, a little scout ship. And this is the Hamptons in New York. I didn't do any edits on this. There's something really huge sitting in here. And some will be like, oh, it's planets. I'm just not, no. Oh, I wanted to show you this. This was wicked cool. Hold on, let me just, I'll like screenshot a picture and of the whole screen. And then I have to go in and like just make it a little smaller and focus on what I'm actually showing you. This is all I do. I don't do much. Look at the energy coming from the light. And I think that's part of Horus's box. I do. That's Horus's that's not a lens flare. These have to do with Horus's magnetic box. And I still don't understand all that. I'm learning too. But this is like, never seen anything like that. That's supposed to be the sunlight, the sun ray. Something's definitely forming in that, coming through that light, and they can come through the light frequency. But I mean, I've been doing this, not this, but like just the paranormal's always interested me, because the way I see and understand, and I've had experiences all my life, and this is just another level of it. Hi, Michelle. And I have a understanding of it. I'm not all knowing by any means, but I do have a pretty good understanding, and I do try to articulate it and explain it the best that I can for others who want to understand. And the more we are ascending, yes, the more we see, the more we feel, the more we understand, and the more we get attacked. Fun times, not really, but that is part of Horus's magnetic box. That's a magnetic frequency right there. And it shows us all in the ancient scripts and carved in walls, and they definitely let us know. It's just a matter of us deciphering it and figuring it out for us, because we've been truly left blinded blinded by the false light. Yeah, here we go. This is like part of Horus's magnetic box. And if anyone knows about that, I'd like to hear more about it, please. Because I stay open. I remain open and teachable, because I feel like we have to, because clearly we don't know everything. Care who you are, there's no way you know everything. That's definitely connected to Horus. And Horus is here, Ra is here, and that's a fact. And it's been proven scientifically, for those who need it at that level, that Ra is here. Isis is here. Osiris is returning. Anubis is here. The Sumerian kings are here, and queens. Divine feminine is rising. And it's not just like in our energy field, like they've been kept suppressed for so long. They've been left out of so many ancient texts on purpose. Once the Roman Catholics came in, they destroyed so much evidence about the divine feminine, because honestly, divine feminines were king. They were the rulers, and they were. And their men honored them and respected them. And it's not, that got lost. It's been a false narrative of suppressing, well, it's not been a false narrative. It has been a false narrative. It's been basically suppressing the divine feminine. I mean, go back to the 50s when women would stay home and bake and men would go off to work. You know what I mean? Like, women got so suppressed by the energy frequencies here on purpose because we can carry a soul through our body. I mean, that's pretty powerful if you ask me. Like, if you think about that, like you are bringing heaven to earth through your vessel by carrying it. If you have children and you carry a child in your womb and you're bringing a soul through, that's powerful. So we must be, divine feminines must be some kind of serious threat. So much so they suppressed us to stay home and bake a cake, And we've evolved clearly, and we've had to fight for our rights, and we still do. But I'm very nervous about maybe possibly EMP put out something. It was definitely, a lot of people feel it. Something is definitely going to go on or go down clearly with Russia and China, especially with Russia just sitting there. Because you don't think they're not laughing at Biden? Seriously? I mean, of course they are. And it's not even funny. That's the stuff that worries me, because they're just a puppet of something different. It's not Russia. It's something else behind the scenes. It's a lot darker and a lot more let me see, I'm going to show you something here. A lot more darker and diabolical. Because I see something back here. See if I can, try to... And this is all I do. I just use these. I don't alter my pictures at all. I just pull out what's naturally there. If it wants to come out, if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But I can see something back here. And again, everyone has a right to their opinion and everything, and I respect that. But don't put the rest of us down who are trying to show you the levels of what's going on here. We're supposed to be walking with each other, not battling each other. This is why, thank you for that validation. See, Creator agrees. This is a ship in here. You can see the definition in here. I think that's really cool. And then you have extra. That's always a sign. Always a sign of the levels of the sun. But that's definitely a ship in here. This was from a storm chaser. I'm not sure who. I apologize. And then now we have Texas. It's going to get... I find it interesting that they named the hurricane Beryl, which is a crystal. And I feel like that's some kind of, I don't know, weirdly connected to the crystal Beryl. I don't know how to explain it, so I'm just not going to get into it right now, but I feel like there's definitely a connection. There's no coincidences that they label these things. You can see the 90-degree angle in here. It's on a cloud. There's a ship hiding in that. What else? Okay, yeah, this is a magnetic frequency. That's not a lens flare. Yeah, I apologize. That was my stove. I'm doing this on my stove. This is on the East Coast. That's Horus's magnetic box. I'm not sure what's in I'm not sure what all that means. I want to learn more about that. Because Horus is here as well. So that's all I really wanted to come on and talk about. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's staying cool and safe. I say a lot of prayers for everyone who's being affected by storms in the weather that's happening here, because it's clearly a lot more going on. It's also targeting as well. And their end game, the reptilians, who look like people, the government, whatever, world leaders, their end game is like population control, and it's not cool. And there's no coincidence that these storms are on the path of totality from the eclipse for whatever reason. So I don't know, take that or leave that. It's all good. And if you know anything about the Horus's magnetic box, I would like to know more about that. And everyone have a beautiful day.